My controlling wife isolated me my entire life. My daughter made me realize that I hate my life and now I desperately want a divorce. I have been happily married to my wife for over 20 years, and we have 2 kids together. Ever since the start of our relationship, she had been really possessive of me. He never allowed me to go to any parties with my friends, even during the day. I actually have a master's degree, and could earn about the same as her if I was working. However, she made me quit my job after marriage, saying that I should stay at home so someone can take care of the kids. This one time, she saw me talking to the new neighbor who was being really nice and bringing me some sweets as a gift. After that, she told me to not open the door if it's a woman ringing the doorbell. Because if I did, I was a SLT who wasn't loyal to her wife. Now, at the time, I was really naive and took all these actions as her showing her love, in her own way. But, thankfully, my daughter opened my eyes to the harsh reality. My daughter has just graduated from college, and is doing really well for herself. She has even moved into her own apartment, completely paid for by her own money. And I am very proud of her. At the end of last month, I called her to congratulate her on the 1-month anniversary of her apartment. However, her voice was really somber and she asked if we could talk in person. I told her sure, just come on over. But she insisted that I need to be the one who comes over to her house. The way she said it made me nervous, like she was in trouble or something. But I had no way of going over to her since I didn't know how to drive, and I didn't have a car either. She just told me to get ready in 20 minutes and wait, because she was picking me up. The whole conversation made me so skeptical that I got ready in 5 minutes. I wanted to inform my wife about what was happening, and that I was going out. But my daughter forbade me from doing so. She didn't say anything during the car ride. And as soon as we entered her apartment, she hugged me tighter than she had ever before. I calmed her down, thinking she had some love troubles going on. I smiled and sighed because my little girl had grown up now. However, she poured water on my dreams by saying, I can finally help you get away from her. I asked her what she meant. She explained that she had waited until she had settled into her own place before telling me this, so I wouldn't be hopeless and would have some place to go. Dad, listen to me very carefully. As a kid, I also thought that Mom's behavior was normal. But going out into the real world and hanging out with my friends made me realize that she is very toxic and controlling towards you. Do you remember when me and my brother were sitting in the living room watching TV, and Mom just burst in screaming? You had forgotten to put enough salt in her food, and just for that, she poured hot water all over you and made you cook everything again. Incidents like that weren't rare at all, and you know it. That is absolutely not normal, Dad. You have wasted enough years of your life rotting in that place, with no friends. But now, your children are independent so you don't need to worry anymore. Just think about yourself and divorce her. My door will always be open to you, and I will always be there to support you. Halfway through, she had started bawling her eyes out like a baby. And her words definitely got through to me. Thanks to my wife, I had lost all contact with my friends, and drifted apart so much that I hadn't talked to them in years. There were times when I wanted to leave the house and maybe just go on a walk to clear my head. But I didn't, out of fear for her temper and what she would end up doing. I avoided other women like a plague even in the grocery store because of the things she would say. There was a time in my life when our family was financially struggling. I wanted to use my dusty college degree and pursue my passion of working again, but my wife refused it outright. In front of her, I was tame and silent. I never raised my voice at anything she did. Even when she would come home in the middle of the night, drunk as hell and start shouting,